Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you an army I have been using in War and Legends, and it's crazy strong. A lot of pro players will hate me for sharing this army, but I couldn't stop myself. So the army uses 4 Golems, 7 Witches and 8 Super Archers. The spells are 8 Quakes, 3 Freezes, and in the CC you can bring 2 Yetis of Arc and above with the Rage, and usually I use the log launcher for this army. This is my attack log for the first day in Legends that I've used this army and got 6 out of 8 triples. Got 294 trophies, and I think it has the potential to give me that perfect day that I'm still looking for. I'll show a few of my war triples and also my legend hits. So the first time I used this army, it was in this month's CWL, so let's check it out. So I was coming here against Johan, a prototype event. With this army you quake the base just basically to open it up. Then you put a golem, witch and a super archer on both sides of your funnel, and then you send the next 2 golems with the witches from behind with the super archers and the log launcher and your heroes. You use the vulnerability nice and early. That's basically to keep your log launcher alive, just to make sure that the logs do hit the tank hull and the log launcher ends up getting rid of the tank hull. Over here we've got the Yetis inside, I've got my queen inside, and then my king with the super archer side going around the ring of the base, just getting rid of the rest of the defenses and the buildings, giving me that first triple with this army. So you will see that I'm always using the same thing. On this one we're doing WCL with resistance, and I ended up getting a 6-pack as well with this army. So the first hit is this one, and so I quake the center of the base, also damage the tank hull, then I quake the back side of my entry, and basically that's so that they don't get stalled. Obviously at the beginning you're going to be using the log launcher, so the log launcher is going to be opening the path for your troops. But once you're at the end, you're not going to have that log launcher. So if you have the 8 quakes, you can quake the backside of the base. The same thing, I had the golem with witch and super archer on either side, creating a bit of a funnel, then putting the 2 golems, putting the line of witches, line of super archers, and sending them all in, using my vulnerability just to make sure that my log launcher stayed alive for a little bit longer. And then you can just start using your free spells wherever you feel is needed. Over here I was using it mainly on the CC just to keep my royal champion alive and getting rid of some more defenses, but you can use it for single infernos and scatters. Over here on this base there was a lot of value with the 10 saps, 2 quakes, so instead of bringing the 8 quakes I decided to bring the 10 saps and 2 quakes. Since the update, remember, for explodes and scatter shots you need 5 lightning spells and 2 quakes, or 6 lightning spells and a quake. But if you've got them all in the one area, you can use those 2 quakes to target all of the defenses. So then I had the same army composition. The only thing I changed was the spells, and then I also brought poison for the CC, and tank hull goes down. And once again, because I used the log launcher and also I pretty much carved the entire center of the base, everything is just gonna be walking around the base, but that's fine. At least that way it gives you a path for your troops to just keep going from defense to defense to defense, making it really easy for everything to be tanked. And yeah, getting rid of all the defenses. The witches with all the skellies, they just tank all of the point defenses, so it makes it really easy. So these were my Legend League attacks. So as I said, I got 6 triples out of 8 on my first day using this army. So the same thing, you use the quakes to open up the base. Also, if you can hit the tank hull to damage it a little bit, it's even better. Now you can come in from the opposite side of the tank hull, you can come in from the side of the tank hull. On this occasion I decided to come from the side of the tank hull just to make sure that my log launcher hits the tank hull and brings it down. Also, they're gonna be able to go all the way through the base and finish on the back end. Now the big thing over there is that there's the scatters and the eagle for the end, but that's alright. This army has enough push that you can leave the eagle and the scatters till the end. There's other armies where if you do that, then your army won't do anything. But on this occasion, as you can see, they just push through it. We still have a king on the back end. The queen still has her ability, so we can use it to kill the defending king. The final single goes down, and we still have a few super archers, which is the queen and the warden alive. So on this occasion, I hate these teaser bases, so obviously I'm not going to be using the quake to damage the town hall, because my log launcher is never going to get there, and I'm not going to be coming from 9 o'clock. So I just used the quakes for pathing. Now I put my golem and my funneling troops on the sides, and then I send the rest of my army in the center of the base, which is what I've already opened. I usually also use my royal champion just to trim the defenses on the outside, just to keep pushing my army inside into the base. So with your royal champ, you can either wait and then just put her wherever you think she's gonna get the most value, or you can do what I do, where you can just put her to trim the defenses and keep your army going towards the town hall. Now, as you can see, this could have been a 1-star as well. However, we still had the freeze, we still have the queen ability. Over here, I was gonna try to freeze the town hall, scatter, and expo. Ended up getting 2 out of 3, but that's okay. We could use the queen ability, get the town hall down, and that was another 3-star on a very common Legends League base. Now this day I had quite a few common Legend League bases, so I'm just gonna show you all of them. This one, I think it was an Itsu base a few months ago. So the same thing, quake my entry, quake the inside into the town hall. Probably I could have quaked a little bit more to the left and open up the other, like the eagle compartment as well on the center quake, but that's alright. We put the funneling troops at 3 and 6, and then we put the main army in the center with the log launcher. I used the warden ability nice and early as the single was targeting it, so I wanted to get a few more logs from it. You will also notice that I always place the rage wherever my yetis from the log launcher come out. I feel like that's the best value for that rage, since it will rage up the yetis, the yeti mods. They're gonna be killing a few more defenses thanks to that rage. It's like if you were sending a blimp. If you send a blimp and you put the rage down, those yetis will create so much damage to the base. So that's the same thing that I do here. I use that rage for those yetis, and the base is done. Now sometimes as well, if the town hall is not it doesn't have a lot of damage, then I will put the rage closer to the town hall with the troops that are over there, put a freeze on the town hall, and make sure that the town hall goes down. This army is perfect for these sort of bases, which you will see a lot in Legends League base, which is the ring bases. The same thing, I open up one side and the back end of the base, then I have my funneling troops at 3 and 6, start going in with my log launcher. As you can see, the logs ended up getting rid of the town hall without any of my troops going in there, so that allows you to use the warden ability nice and early. You don't need it for the town hall, because nothing is going to be at the town hall when you get there, or when it goes down, right? So now everything is done. We've got the queen, still has her queen ability. Queen gets rid of the rest of the defenses, and this was another triple. Now we've got this base, which is also a bit common. Probably it's a little bit of a different sort of wall placement around the town hall, but it's quite common. Those 4 expos next to the town hall, and then the 3 compartments for the singles. So I decided to open up both sides of the base, basically opening the entire base, then putting funneling troops at 12 and 3 and going straight into the town hall. Now I could have waited a little bit longer on the warden ability just to make sure that all my troops were protected when they went through the blast. That's alright, I misclicked over there, but that's okay. We still get some more defenses going down. There's still quite a few witches, a few super archers, and yeah, the queen is still alive. So, and there's no more defenses. One thing I've noticed, even though the HP for the super archers is not meant to be quite big, I think because of their range they barely get targeted, so you end up finishing with a lot of super archers still alive. That's why I was saying that I actually prefer using super archers at the moment than super wizards. super wizards, they just die so quickly, and unless they're tanked or they're under the warden ability or something, they just die so quickly. With the super archers, they don't have to be under any warden ability or anything for them to survive. Just their long range allows them to survive to a lot of the defenses. And also I've noticed, like, whenever you have those single infernos that have been placed, just to make sure that the queen doesn't reach it with your queen charge or whatever. So remember, the queen has a 5 tile range. Whenever you have anything like that, super archers can get to it. They have a much longer range, so their arrows can reach up to 10 tiles, but even they can start targeting things that are within 6 tile range. So the 10 tile range obviously is if they hit something closer and then the arrow just keeps going. But like if the single inferno is on 6 tiles, it can reach it, which is really good for using the super archers. Well, that's the army. Have a play with it. It's definitely really strong. And well, if you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.